Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? You guys get the absolute honor and privilege of seeing me with the worst bedhead of all time. So, yeah, just kind of woke up. So, I was planning to get a training video today, and just like do a full training session. But I think I'm just gonna do a bit of a montage, because I realized I haven't talked to you guys about my second trial with the CCL United group, and we'll be getting our results really soon to see if we made the team. So yeah, just gonna get into that. I'm gonna grab a shower. I'm gonna get some breakfast, and yeah, get into it. Got 5 eggs with some picante salsa. Got some whole milk Greek vanilla yogurt with some strawberries mixed in, and then got a big old glass of water. All right, so I got my breakfast in. I think I'm gonna do some ball work later in the day. Right now I'm just gonna let that settle. Gonna get some homework done, and yeah, I'll do a little bit of a weightlifting circuit with some dumbbells I have upstairs. So should be good. Alright, got a little leg day today. Can't say I'm looking forward to it particularly. Feeling a little tired, but it'll be alright. Let's just get it done. Just a little frame of reference. If you guys want to screenshot this, use this however you want. This is the workout. I'm gonna replace Roman chair sit-ups and the 3-minute abs with my own ab workout that I like to do, because I mean, just works better for me, and I don't exactly have a good setup to do Roman chair sit-ups anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that how I want to do it. I don't know if you guys caught this one before, but got a little bit of shoulder press and some curls in there, as well as some decline push-ups. Always like to mix in a little bit of arms. I think that's because the other things are heavy on legs, because this is what my weightlifting coach sets up. But I think it's because the rest of the stuff is heavy on legs, and that's sort of for the cardiovascular part. But also, you know, a little bit of benefit for the arms, and those decline push-ups in particular are really good for my previously broken left arm. So, good stuff. Yeah, looking at that first set on the decline push-ups, my back was, my back was arched too much. I need to be more of a straight line to make it tougher on the chest. It was bugging my left arm a little bit, but it'll be fine, and I'll improve. I'm only showing you guys the first set because I don't want this video to be too long. It may have to be a two-parter, but Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my core workout takes like 10 minutes, so I'm not gonna leave it in here. If you guys do want to see my core workout, leave a comment down below and like this video, and Yeah, if I get enough, I might do one. Alright, so I don't know what happened because I usually wake up early, but I slept till like noon today, so I'm getting like a super late lunch in a second here. It's like 4:30 in the afternoon, so that's kind of nuts for me. But yeah, we'll see how long this video is. If it's too long, I'm just gonna make this a two-parter, talk about the CCL United stuff in the next video, but surprise either way. So have fun with that, guys. So we got a little bit of jambalaya, and we got a protein shake, strawberry and banana, with some 2 scoops of protein powder and a little bit of vanilla Greek yogurt, and I'm gonna foam roll with this little guy as well. Alright guys, so that video wasn't too long, so might as well give you guys a little lowdown, a little talk about what happened in the CCL United tryout. So basically, it wasn't a training session like the last one. It was more just like a game. So we had 4 quarters of just 30 minutes, and we had a overall 2-hour game. So my team played a 3-5-2, and I played as a wingback to start. For the first half of it, I played as a left wingback. Break down that performance. I played pretty well. Nothing spectacular. Good forward runs, off the ball movement, that kind of stuff. My passing was good. I hesitated to cross the ball a lot because I found out, like I talked about the corners with you guys last time, where I was struggling taking corners. Well, that wasn't just an on the day thing. I was really struggling with the turf itself. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I think my stud pattern and my cleats made it a little bit difficult for me to sort of get that lift when I'm going for that curled technique, where I'm using a bit more of the instep. So yeah, I kind of hesitated to cross balls first time when they were coming into me, so I didn't cross as much as I should have, and it's also a relatively foreign role to me. I've only played it 1 or 2 times before. But yeah, so just to break it down, first 30 minutes, it was sort of just working my way into the game. Sorry for the voice cracks, guys. I'm a little child, apparently. So yeah, the first 30 minutes, I just sort of worked my way into the game. A lot more, short passing. I created a few big chances. I actually put one on a platter for one of my teammates, and he missed it. I had one corner, which was like really bad. Already touched on that base, but yeah, overall pretty good. I had one advanced run where Micah slipped me through, and I had a shot, and pretty much the only place I could have put it and scored is in the top left corner from that type of tight angle. I hit the outside of the side netting, so I came close there. Defensively, their right winger was staying really narrow, so I was getting a little bit confused about who I needed to be marking, especially since they weren't stretching us at all, and it was less up and down for me in the defensive phase and the offensive phase as it was in and out, which was sort of a strange thing for me. And my sub was getting overloaded a little bit, so that was sort of an issue. But for the most part, we dominated. We definitely had more possession. It was sort of working. Our 10, we played that 3-5-2 with an inverted triangle, so we had a 10, and we had Matt and Wyatt as the 6 partnership. Our 10 sort of got a little bit lost. He didn't really seem to understand where he needed to be movement-wise, so that's another reason I hesitated to cross the ball, because oftentimes Micah was the only runner into the box. Our left striker also seemed really lost positionally. But yeah, overall it was good. It wasn't anything crazy, or if you look at some of the other wingback performances, which I'll touch base on later, nothing too special. So we get into the second 30 minutes. I've talked a little bit about what's happening on my side and where I'm getting a little bit confused defensively and what I need to do going forward and my crossing targets. So that's improved a bit, and I got the chance to actually come a little bit more central at times. There was one situation where the ball rolled to me on the edge of the box a little bit wider, and I could have curled a shot first time. Would have been a difficult finish. Instead, I opted to try and curl it into Micah's path as he made a diagonal run. Almost found him, just a hair overplayed,
but probably should have taken better advantage in that situation. So, yeah. Overall, creatively, it got better, but I didn't get the chance to go direct as much. And when I got the ball, one of my specialties is to drive at a defender one-on-one. Since I was playing in the wingback role rather than a traditional winger, they often got the chance to double up on me. So there were times where I didn't really have the support player, so I sort of had to run at my man and just try and win a corner or something, rather than actually go direct. Work some kind of angle to get my cross away, and my dribbling was good, but it wasn't amazing. So there were still things that needed to be worked and some issues with the system, but we were definitely breaking down the other team. Unfortunately, toward the end of that first 30 minutes, they did score despite us dominating the game. Our keeper, who we had in goal, is a center back by trade. He's not a keeper. He, good sportsmanship, decided to be a keeper for us because we didn't have a keeper on our side, and he, Big Air let it through his hands, which happens. He's not a keeper. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But that was 1-0. And we went into this halftime discussion, and they, we went over, who's their most dangerous player, what can we do to improve this, why are we one behind right now? And we got to a point where we had sort of discussed everything, and we were, really confident going into this, and the coaches asked, is there anybody who wants to change positions or switch with somebody? And everybody sort of went quiet, and I decided I'm not going to be quiet about this. So Jack, the guy who's playing a left striker, he was drifting wide a lot. He wasn't really becoming an option in the box or helping Micah with his movement. So I asked if me and him could switch, and I would go up top with Micah. So I did. We switched, and that worked wonders. Going into the third quarter, Jack played amazing at wingback. I played really well at striker. In transition at one point, early on, I moved over to the right side of the striking partnership, and I just sort of stayed there because Jack and Michael were working well together, and me and the right wing back, I think his name was Hunter, were working really well together too. We just sort of complemented each other's playing styles. And there was one point where Hunter sort of slid inside and drove the ball forward and lost the ball. And then when we won it back, I just sort of switched with him and went back to right wing back just to cover him. I got the ball passed out to me, and then I darted one toward the edge of the box to Wyatt's feet. He took a really, really positive first touch and scored, so I had an assist there, and Wyatt had a goal made in the New River Valley. That's awesome. So there's 1-1, and then going into the fourth quarter, I'm pretty sure it was really early on in the fourth quarter, we were sort of building, and Hunter passed one into me from out wide, and I did a little La Croqueta around their six, and then from around the edge of the box just pinged one into the bottom left corner. So there was 2-1. There was a goal and assist for me. I was really happy with that. The link-up play was good. Everything just sort of changed when I went into that position. I was taking players on well. I was winning free kicks, corners. I scored a goal, got an assist. That sort of positional fluidity and being that focal point really, really helped me out. And we could use that partnership between Micah and I, who were also linking up really, really well. I set up a big chance for Matt when I was at wing back, and he put it just wide. So there was another big chance created there. And when I was, at striker, I gave one to Micah, and he worked the angle for himself, but unfortunately skied it over the bar. So there were definitely points where the game could have been won earlier on. But overall, my performance is went from pretty good to getting the most out of that trial game. So I was just really, really happy with that. Unfortunately, last minute, we had a massive defensive error, and they made it 2-2. So we went into a penalty shootout, and like I said, we didn't have a proper keeper in goal. So there were a few times where he he just had to guess pretty much when they were taking penalties. So he would guess away and he would dive, but he couldn't quite get there, or it would go through his hands or whatever. So, I think if we had an actual keeper in goal, this isn't me blaming him or anything, obviously, but if we had an actual keeper in goal, I think we would have won that looking at the quality of the other team's penalties, but I have no room to talk because I was up first in the penalty shootout, and bro, I swear I put it in the top left corner. I put it in the top left corner, and the keeper plucked it out. Thing is, usually I'll deceive a keeper with the hips a little bit, show him the eyes, and sort of curl one into a corner and try and send him the wrong way. This one, I was confident, and I smashed it toward the top left corner. It just wasn't quite high enough in the goal. It was headed for the side netting, but it wasn't quite high enough in the goal. And unfortunately, he was able to save it, and we lost that penalty shootout 5-4. Like, it's just really frustrating because I've never missed a pen in a game, so I picked a hell of a time. But, like, you know, that's how it goes. But overall, really, really, really good trial game after we got into it a bit. And one of the coaches at NRU had talked to the guys from the CCL United group, and they had said that the NRU guys particularly were really solid because all four of us, all four played on the same team, and we all had really good games. Matt and Wyatt especially, shout out to them. They were incredible, both of them, in that game. Absolutely bossed the midfield. So, yeah, I'm overall really happy with it. And also, that coach who talked to the CCL United coaches, he said that we'll be getting results very, very soon, like in the next few days probably. So we're all sort of nervously anticipating that. And it's coming, and you guys will have news very soon. For all I know, I could be adding a clip at the end of this video saying I made it or I didn't. So a little bit of nervous excitement, but am I feeling confident? Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. And if I didn't make it, I know I gave it my all. I gave it everything I had. So yeah, just all we gotta do is wait now. And one last thing, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you next time. Peace, guys.